One playlist, 60 free PDUs, zero hassle. Hello, I'm Cornelius Fichtner, and we have made it incredibly easy for you to earn your PDUs. Just open Spotify and start listening. Our new playlist includes 60 hours of episodes handpicked from the Project Management Podcast that qualify for self-reported PDUs. No sign up, no paywall, just hit play. Let me show you how. We begin on this page here where you find everything that you need. There are two ways how you can get to this page. Hold your mouse over free PDUs here in the menu and select the second entry. Get 60 free PDUs on Spotify. Or from anywhere on the internet, simply type pm-podcast.com/60 Spotify. There we go. And it will take you to this page as well. When you scroll down just a little bit here, you see that we have these three boxes. These are the 3 steps you have to follow. You need to first download a spreadsheet, then listen to and track the episodes via our Spotify playlist. And when you're done with all of that, you can now report your PDUs with PMI. Let's begin with the download right here. Click on this button. That opens up this spreadsheet, Google spreadsheet here. And do you see on the screen maybe a little hint about what I want you to do now? Big red and white there. You need to select File, Download As. You have read-only access to this file, so you need to save it as a Excel spreadsheet. There you go. And I'm going to save that here. I'm going to give it a number because I've already downloaded it once. There we go. So it has now been downloaded. Let's open it up and take a look. Here we go. So we want to enable editing. When I make it a little bigger, we can delete this here at the top. There we go. And now we are ready to start listening and then use this spreadsheet to track what we have listened to. So let's go back to our web page. We no longer need to have this Google spreadsheet open because we've downloaded it. So we now want to move on to listen and track the episodes. And for that, we're going to open the Spotify playlist. I'm opening this here on my desktop. You probably want to open this on your phone, on your tablet, or wherever you want to listen to or watch the episodes here from the Project Management Podcast. So here we go. This is the Earn 60 Free PMP PDUs, the PM Podcast playlist, and the episode order that you see here, about 70 plus or so here, 77, they are in the exact same order as you will find them in the spreadsheet, except the name is just slightly different here. If you look at the second one, episode 530, How Invisible Leaders, and here in the spreadsheet it's How Invisible Leaders, and then episode 530 is at the end. That's pretty much the only difference. Yeah, and now it's just a matter of you pressing play here in Spotify, listening to or watching the episode, and then when you are done, going back into your Excel spreadsheet and filling in column H and Y, the date listened to and the learning notes. So today is 2025, August 06. There we are. And then the learning notes. If you want to be prepared for a potential audit, if you report your PDUs and then PMI says, well, prove to us that you have really earned those, putting a sentence here, putting 2 sentences here into the learning notes gives you the data that you need in order to prove to PMI, here you go, these are my learning notes, this is what I have learned from listening to all of these episodes, detailed per line. So that is a good practice to do. All right, and then we are pretty much done here with step 2. We've listened to the episodes, we've tracked the episodes, we have 60 hours completed. We can now move on to reporting our PDUs with PMI. But before we click on this report at PMI button here, please note this tip down here. Do not report all PDUs at once. See FAQ below. You can do that when you're on the page. The reason for this is quite simple. If you report more than about 25, maybe 30 PDUs at once, the likelihood that you will get audited pretty much shoots up to 100%. So anybody who is reporting 60 PDUs in one go, you will be audited. Okay. My recommendation for you is don't report 60 PDUs at once. Instead, report 6 times 10 PDUs or 4 times 15 PDUs. So cut it into a few smaller chunks. So let's do this. Report at PMI. Let's click on the button. This opens up the CCRS. I am already logged in here, so I can just continue to report my PDUs. So here we go. PDUs. I want to report PDUs. There we go. And then we want to select here on the left-hand side, online or digital media. It says here podcasts quite clearly. So this is where we need to go. Now, what do you put in here? As a provider, well, this is from the Project Management Podcast. There we go. And click outside here. And then the title. Like I said, you want to break this into bits and pieces. So maybe you're going to report episodes 533 to 500 to 533. There we go. Clicking outside right there. And this is what you are going to report. You'll notice that there is in red an error message below that. You can just ignore that. That's a warning and not an actual error. Then here in the description, write something along the lines of, I have listened to episode 500 to 533 of the Project Management Podcast. And if you want to, you can now copy paste the information from your spreadsheet into here. And you can say, this is when I listen to these, and here are my learning notes. So this is right here in your report. URL, pm-podcast.com, if you want. Date started and date completed. Again, this is where your spreadsheet comes in. Look into your spreadsheet. When did you listen to the first episode? When did you listen to the last episode? Put these 2 dates into here. And then it's just a matter of figuring out, so how many PDUs did I get for these episodes? In the spreadsheet, where are we? In the spreadsheet here, you've got the minutes. So you can just add these minutes up and you can say, okay, so this is 5 hours in total. This gives me 5 PDUs here. I get 4 PDUs here, and I get 1 3/4 PDUs here for these categories. So you can say 5, 4, and 1.75, there we go, or however many you're going to be reporting at once, and then you have to agree and click the submit button, which obviously I am not going to do here for this demo. Yes, once you hit submit, by the way, usually you get 2 emails right after each other. The first email says we have received your PDU claim, and the second email will say your PDU claim has been approved. Often they come actually the other way around. Has been approved comes first, and we have received it comes second. And in fact, in my case, that is often the case right there. Well, there you go. It's that easy to use our new Spotify playlist to earn your 60 free PDUs. Thank you so much for being a listener. Until next time.